Hey guys, Vince Bridger here from PREVIEWSworld. I'm hanging out with this guy who's been supplying me with a mad amount of Red Bull. So we thought that we would just, take a few minutes off the clock. We're going to talk about Terry Moore. That's right, because he put us up to this. Actually, we're swinging by. We're here at San Diego Comic-Con. And, sir, thank you so much, man.
Sure.
What do you got going on these days? You got SIP Kids, SIP Kids, right? You're on issue number 3 now. What, for those who may not be up to speed with the series, give me a little rundown.
Well, SIP Kids is Strangers in Paradise kids at the age of 6. So this is the Strangers in Paradise cast. Kachu, Francine, Freddie, the whole gang, and they're 6 years old. So it's kind of like a Mad Magazine satire of myself, really.
Okay.
And they're funny. Yeah.
And it keeps you busy, right?
I put 3 out so far, and I have a 4th one coming out in a month or so. One for each season of the year.
I get the C-shirts. Now, is it something you're planning on, stretching these out, are they running in mini-series type arcs, or are you trying to do all the
Yeah, it's just it's 4 books this year, so it's like 1 for each season. So it's 1 year with the SIP Kids, and then there will be a trade of that. And that's as far as I'm thinking. If we sell, outsell, say, Harry Potter books, well, I'm not doing another one.
And in between that, you're doing Rachel Rising. Mm-hmm. Keeping people on the seat of their pants. What's going on with the storyline these days?
Rachel is up to issue 35, I'm on 36, and man, I can't believe it's gone so fast. I mean, I've been doing it for like 3 years, 2.5 years, and the fan reaction has been fantastic, so it's really kept me going, and it's a lot of fun because I can do whatever I want, I feel like I'm doing like a cross between Vincent Price and an Alfred Hitchcock movie, It's not so much gory as it is just creepy, I don't know. For some reason, doing cute stuff like SIP Kids, then the next day I want to do creepy stories, so it's a good balance.
What helps you change gears when you try to go from writing something like this, which could be considered general audience, to Rachel Rising? What kind of influence? What puts you in the groove?
Well, I always liked the old Universal horror movies, the original batch of Frankenstein and Dracula and things like that. So I always wanted to try my hand at it. I think the first short story I ever wrote was a horror story when I was about 13 years old. So, I don't know. It's strange that I did Strangers in Paradise first. It easily could have been a horror story. I'd go to panels on Strangers in Paradise days during those days, and people would say, "How do you write women?" And I would say, I don't know. It's not that hard. I could just as easily be writing a serial killer. And they would laugh. But they don't laugh anymore. Well, no, you just did, but...
It's Red Bull, man. It's starting to kick in.
Now I write both women and serial killers. So.
Right, you're doing it all.
Yeah.
Well, hey, man, have a good con. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Sure.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Guys, Terry Moore, SIP Kids, SIP Kids are out
Rachel
and all.
Rising.
Rachel Rising. It's all out there in the comic shops, all right? Make sure you check it out from Abstract Studios, right? Keep the faith. Keep reading comics.